At the Forbes Know Your Value 3050 Summit in Abu Dhabi earlier this month, I sat down with five-time Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter Shania Twain. Shania launched her music career despite growing up in an abusive household where she says she often didn't know where her next meal would come from. 3 decades later, the 58-year-old said she left the 3050 Summit more inspired and motivated than ever to write new music and continue to inspire women and girls around the world. She has truly come to define perseverance. The only thing more remarkable than Shania's career has been her ability to overcome some of life's greatest challenges.
My own mother died at the age of 42. And this was a marker for me psychologically. Yeah. And in fact, both my parents died in that same car crash. So they were 40 and 42 years old. So it was difficult because it was quite a premature age to lose my parents. I could never have imagined that I would be where I am today. I had a really great imagination, but I'm not really sure I was aware even of what this was. Right. And I always wanted to be my music to be shared with everyone around the world. But at 8 years old, I'm not even really sure I realized how big the world was. So it's a beautiful thing sometimes to not know.
Yeah. Your mom knew.
Well, my mother knew. She really believed in my talent. She really believed that I had a talent. I was not somebody that loved the spotlight. I would have been very happy just writing music. Writing is my real core passion. And it was my mother that put me out in the spotlight because she believed that I also had a voice. So I ended up becoming a singer-songwriter, recording artist, and performer.
You mentioned losing your parents to a car accident. There was also financial strain. When you grew up, there was physical abuse at times, divorce, and then what really sticks out to me in terms of especially looking at how you're managing your career, a 7-year health battle. Where do you get the scrappiness, I guess, or the grit and determination to move forward when it does really seem like all is lost?
Well, if I go back to thinking through how I did survive and overcome and stay motivated in life in general, whether it was the violence in our home or whether it was going hungry in our home or going cold, losing our home many times. I changed schools 17 times because we needed to, in my youth, because we needed to keep running away from the bill collectors, that sort of thing. So by the time I was without my parents, even my parents had already died, and I'm moving on with my career, I am so ready for anything. I'm like, bring it on. I felt like I could get through anything. The hardships made me feel less fearful of what was ahead. But of course, I didn't know that I was then going to have health issues with my voice. Yeah. I would lose my voice and then need open throat surgery. So how do you get through all of these things? I think I have to just say optimism. Hold on to optimism. Whatever you do, do not let go. Hold on to optimism with dear life.
A 7-year pause in a music career, a performing career, kind of seems like career death for a woman. Like, how old were you when that hit?
I was in my 30s.
In your 30s. I would think the outlook that one would have is, this is over. It wasn't, and I would tell her it's not. But I would think that would really haunt you.
I do want to explain that because I wear so many hats in my career, and I am, of course, the performing, recording, vocal artist. But it's really the only part that most people know about me. I said a little bit earlier, the core of what I've always done from the very beginning, to escape the violence at home, to escape being hungry, a lot of things in my youth, I turned to songwriting, writing, using my imagination, creating my own world, creating my own characters, creating my own stories, taking myself out of my environment and my current situation. Escapism through writing. And when I lost my voice, all hope was not lost. Mm-hmm. I was devastated that I may not ever sing again. And that was, a pending reality. But I was ready to shift all of my energy and was actually excited about now focusing so much on my writing. I had to be ready to adapt. I often say that the spirit of a woman is like water, and you cannot stop the flow of water. And that is the imagination. The imagination is free, just like water.
I mean, you learned maybe through the inevitability of life experiences coming at you very early, that you had to adapt.
This is where my creative and artist development began, by necessity. Wow. If I went to school hungry and I had no lunch to bring out on the desk when everybody else was bringing out their lunch, or I didn't have any winter boots, I was in rubber boots in 40 below weather Celsius, I had to make up stories for why that was, so that social services would not step in and start questioning my parents and interrogating everyone. So I had to be very, very confident that I was okay. I had to make sure that everybody understood, oh, no, I'm fine. And this is why I don't have my lunch, and I'm not hungry today, whatever the excuse was, whatever it was. And this was just me being creative and finding my way. That was the spirit of water in motion from the very beginning.
You can see more of our conversations with some of the world's most remarkable women from the Forbes Know Your Value 3050 Summit at knowyourvalue.com. You can also head to Forbes.com to nominate a woman that you know, or know your value and nominate yourself for the next 50 over 50 list. It's time. And up next,